first get into radio, right? Because you went from calling on your break, right? To how did you make your entrance into radio?
All right. So then after I became I was a regular caller, they started calling me and be like, hey, can you call the station? And that's how people started noticing Minister PJ.
Right.
So the funny thing is, one time the KVJ show was doing like, it was a sudden death. Whoever loses has got to put their phone number on the air.
Oh my goodness.
So I remember I was doing pest control at the time, and I was driving and I was like, oh, let me pull over. And I took a pen and Kevin lost. So I got Kevin's number. So I was like, all right, bet. So I just text me back, because that was the whole purpose, you know. But I'm sure he's getting hundreds of people texting him, right? But he texted me back, so I was like, cool. But I wrote it as, this is Minister PJ. And then little by little, I said to myself, I'm not gonna call him during the hours of work. I'm gonna call him at the hours like on a weekend. So I started, hey, how you doing? How's everything? And then, okay, everything good. And he responded back. So as time went on, he knew who was Minister PJ because he's heard 640 Spur, right? Sports. So he knew what was up. So he knew, oh yeah, all right, I heard you call the station before. He knows how the business goes. So one time when they were in transitioning from 97.3 to 97.9, they were going from one station to the other. There was a group of people who was trying to bring them back here to Palm Beach because they went down to Miami.
Gotcha.
And I did a Vine video. Dude, I'm at the time, I'm in my 30s. I'm a grown man. All these kids are doing Vine videos. I'm like, okay, let me try this. I just wanted to, like I said, I was experimenting with different social media to see what was gonna be good for me. What might fit, you know, what was gonna work for me. And so basically I did a Vine video, and I like, bring the KVJ show back, you know, that's what's up. So if you notice, everything that I write is that's what's up. That's my key phrase. That's my trademark. So basically, there was this, I won't mention any names because it's been a while that I've contacted these people and I don't want them to come back at me and say, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But there was this one person who reached out to me and they're like, listen, we're gonna have an organization together, like a little group, like a fan-based group. I want you to be a part of it. I was like, I bet, you know, that's what's up. The news media, the whole night. So I'm thinking like, wow, this is gonna be great. I love the show already, so now I get to help them out.
Even better.
Even better. So it worked out in my favor. So one day I took a picture next to Captain America, and I had my wrestling mask. And a friend of mine, her name is Jemmy. She goes, "Oh, Captain KVJ." And I was like, "What?" So she came up and she said, "I'm gonna do a Twitter page for you." And I never had a Twitter page. She put it. Within a week, I already had like 1,000 followers. Just like every day was getting like 100 here, 100 there, blah, blah, blah. And then by the time, oh, that works. Then I called Kevin. I said, hey, I'm putting KVJ on this mask. What color? He told me the colors that he liked. I put it together. And then that was the birth of Captain KVJ. Then they had a segment called Weird Wednesdays, and that's what they put me in to do a segment on Wednesday mornings where I would go dress up. I would be in the corner, any corner here in Palm Beach County. I could be in Broward. I could be up in St. Lucie County, and dressed up as a weirdo. I could have I could have a firefighter hat with like a chicken suit on with a baseball bat, and then you have to say, well, I see this guy, and there's, oh, that's Captain KVJ. He's on the corner of so and so and so, and you win tickets. So I did that for I think like 3 years, and little by little they started using me more and more until I started doing, Jay Burr already had this group called the Snack Pack, and then he added me to the group and I became a hype guy. Now they rap, they do everything. I don't rap, I don't sing, nothing. I can't even carry a note, but I'm a hype guy, right? So I got my character with my mask. I wear a luchador mask. It says the KVJ. I got a cape and the whole 9 yards, and I go out there and I make people laugh and I hype people up. And that's how the KVJ show started. And because of that, the company that owned that station saw something in me. And then they offered me a job. And that's where I'm at today. And now not only that I work for 97.9, but like I said earlier, all these other stations I work for.
Bro, it's so crazy, right? We want to talk about those what if questions, right?
Yeah.
You know, what if you weren't persistent, right? What if you didn't have vision? What if you didn't try to follow a passion?
Yeah.
Right? You wouldn't be here today.
No.
Because it all started with you just throwing mud onto the wall and just seeing what stuck.
Yeah.
Trial and error, you know, being willing to fail, being willing to be told no.
Exactly.
Being willing to face rejection and still move forward.
Yeah.
Right? And not everybody can do that. I would say most people probably can't do that.
Right.
And Jay, for you, I don't know if I could have done that. You know, that's a lot of effort. That's a lot of mental fortitude to be able to be told no time and time and time again and still stay persistent.
Right.
How did you do that? How did you do that?
The passion, the love. It was the love. I just loved doing it. It was like it's like somebody who loves animals. Just because you don't work at the zoo and getting paid for it, that doesn't mean you any less if you volunteer at the shelter with the animals. You know, it's still your passion. You don't tell me you don't love the animals because I don't have a paycheck and I don't work at the zoo. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically, it was for the love. Everything that I did it because I loved it. Because at the end of the day, I could say I did it, and I'm happy. And in the little attention that I got, I cherished it. And I said, you know what? Those 5 followers that I have, I love you guys. And you know, I had that one follower, that one person that made my day would say, oh my God, you did great. You put a smile on my face. You know, I was depressed. I was all this, and you made me laugh. And I was like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And like I said, I wasn't making no money. I was broke. But on the inside, I was happy. I was like, you know what? Now how about how much you gotta get paid? No, you gotta start somewhere.
Yep.
And that's the problem these days with a lot of, I'm not saying the young, I'm not saying the old, I'm middle-aged man. People my age, they think, oh, I'm gonna do this and in 6 months I'm gonna make money. No, man, you know, you gotta do what you love to do before you make any money, because if you're doing something and you don't love it, I don't care how much money you make, you gotta be miserable. You gotta be miserable. You gotta be oh yeah, I make 6 figures. All right, are you happy? Are you happy? You enjoy getting up in the morning and doing what you gotta do? No, I bet you know. You know, but then you talk to somebody else, they living paycheck to paycheck. But they happy. And that's the way I was. And now I could see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's worth it. And if I could help out somebody else to get where I'm at today, I'll take my shirt off my back and I'll give it to you, knowing that you're gonna reap what I sowed.
My goodness.
You know?
And listen, I'll tell you what, we need more people like that. We need more people to be like you, Jay, who are willing to give, you know, for people to follow, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, you know, I just don't feel like there's people that are willing to stop for a second and bring somebody along to help somebody.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.